This is your one and only Frostpunk81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Freeform Friday, where we play some random video game. And today's video game is not that random, it's Frostpunk. This is a game that many of you may already know about, but they have or are releasing a new expansion DLC that kind of changes the game up. It's a prequel to the game, so we're gonna go to select scenario here, and you can see here it's called Last Autumn. That is the new one that is coming out on the date that's on the screen because I can't remember. So we're just going to click this, and as you see, you get the warning here because it is an advanced scenario. It's made for basically people who are really good at the game. I'm terrible at the game. I'm terrible at both this version and the cold version, so you don't really have a temperature to worry about with this version. Let's just jump into it and I'll talk about it as we play.
Personal Journal of ýᴏᴜ'ᴜ'ᴜ, Assistant Engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since we have left the familiar walls of Birmingham behind. Weeks of uncertainty, of struggle, of hope. And finally, we have reached the shores. We had 3 deaths so far. Or, small price for progress, as IEC called it. I can only hope I am going to avoid their fate. They've claimed there was nothing to fear, that this whole journey of ours was just a precaution. But now, it feels like the weather is changing. And the winter seems inevitable.
Everything about this game is just so good. I love the video there, the animation, or the art style that they did to it. It's a beautiful game all around. It's a hateful game. Oh my god, this game is like so brutal. In my opinion, anyway. I love me some colony survival games, and I thought that Oxygen Not Included was a rough game to manage. This game is freaking ridiculous. Okay, so we're just gonna click that. I'm gonna pause here for a second and just run my mouth for a minute here. So in the normal version of the game, where the snow is covered everywhere, where winter has already hit, as you can see, it's starting to get cold. We don't really have the temperature to worry about. Our main concern is doing this on time and setting up and keeping up with this and building the generator that you play in the normal version of the game that keeps everybody warm. So that's what we're working towards here, is building that. As you see here, we have motivation instead of hope, and you have to manage this just like you have to manage your hope, but with this comes increased efficiency for your workers, which helps you make your time limit. So you're really managing your efficiency with this one, to where in the other one you really don't have to manage your efficiency too much. You more or less, you're managing the heat. I'm gonna stop running my mouth. We'll just start playing it, and I'll show you here how it plays out. So of course we're gonna drop down a few houses, and people who are good at this game are probably gonna tell me I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong, and I'm sure I am. Once again, I'm terrible at this game. I just want to show it off to you all because they were kind enough to give me a key for Frostpunk and give me access to the beta version of this DLC. So I want to show it off to you guys so you can see what it's all about. So we have our resources here at the beginning. We got to clear this off. Now this center area is made for like our bigger buildings, our factory style buildings, and we need to build our road out. So we'll just build that out like that, and then I'm just going to take that. Oh, maybe I'm not going to take that around there like that. We need a little wood first. Okay, so we're just going to speed things up. We got a thing over here. First steps, yeah, I don't care. We're gonna get a little wood under our belt here so that we can connect these. There we go. Still can't connect that way. Speed things up again. Let the people do the work. Get them some housing. We're gonna need a ton of housing because we have a lot of people. Now I made it not too far in this. I made it far enough that I was decent. I was at 3rd tier of the tech tree, and I had the first part of the engine here, the steam core or steam engine, whatever it is, the heater, whatever you want to call it. I had the first part of it done, and then I got fired because I couldn't meet the demands and hit the second part because everybody kept going on strike. So we're just gonna let them be. They're throwing rocks down the hole. I don't really care. Playing cards, having a good time. We're gonna let them vent a little bit. I don't want to make them angry. And let's build a little bit more road here. So we're going to build some road or pathway, street, whatever you want to call it, around there. And then I want to build a little bit more housing. We also need to get our research up. Actually, let's go ahead and do that first so we can start researching things. You see, we can place this around the outside as well. I'm just going to tack this on. Well, I have to build more road out that way. Well, we got plenty of wood for now. That's fine. We'll just do that. We'll put it right here. That's a good spot for it. And then we'll grab a little bit of our street and we will pull that out to there. Go around like that. Okay, looking pretty good. So now we're going to speed things up. We can spend the rest of this wood now on housing. I like to get them housing pretty quickly. Makes them happy. As you see right now, we got 60 freaking homeless people. So counting down, 40. So we need 4 more houses. And what I'm going to do for that is get rid of that. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to bring the street out this way, and then I'm going to loop it around like this, because there's a bunch of different buildings that we have to build that need to be in the vicinity of our housing. So I kind of want to build in a way that I can slap those in and around the housing. Okay, people got cold. Yep, I know. I'm providing shelter. I will provide shelter for everyone. Just be patient. Go gather wood. That's the reason. You're the reason we don't have shelters for everyone right now, not me. Go get you some wood and then we can make some shelters. I kind of wanted to put because one of the first things we're going to do, we're going to go in here to our administration. This is where we pass laws to like make people happy and basically govern everything. I want to do the bathhouse. And that one has to be within... So if we go to health here, so we gotta wait. Oh no, I needed the wood. I need 40 wood. Okay, so see here. Okay, so I wonder if I can actually get that to shrink down, but it's iffy. But we'll just place it right here. That's gonna get a majority of the houses. And we'll wait for them to gather some more wood. And we need to start some research as well. So let's start in on the sawmill because we need tons of wood. Yeah, I know. Bathhouse is great. Yeah, it's great. It's what I wanted. All right, click that. Click to start the research. All right, great. So house there, house there. Okay, that should take care of everybody now. And I think we need to wrap a little street around. Yeah, we need to wrap a little street around like that. Perfect. So the housing situation is taken care of. And now we need the food situation taken care of. And we need the cookhouse in order to do that. So I'm just going to place the cookhouse over here. Get them started on that so that they're not super hungry. Yep, I know. I told you I would give housing to everybody. And we also need to get the medical post as soon as we get 25 wood, because we already have some injured people, or sick people. All right, and we can pass a new law, so let's do that. Let's go over here. And the other thing I want to do is, do we want to do, no, I don't want to do that just yet. Let's get the comfortable quarters, or the public housing, I mean. Instead of the comfortable quarters. That will give them a place to like chill out and give them a bar to go hang out at after work, all of that good stuff. We got our sawmill. Let's get faster gathering. That's a must have. And then we'll come over here, and the sawmill, super handy. It works pretty much the same way as it does in the original version. You just slap it around some trees somewhere and they will begin to harvest them. And now we just kind of speed things up a little bit, let them get to emptying all of this stuff. You start with a ton of resources, as you see, which is super handy. I find myself skipping time a lot with this, like hitting the 3 key to speed up time to the super fast gameplay. It doesn't stay that way. It slows down in between the different shifts or when something like this happens. They're basically just talking that they think that the global cooling isn't really a thing. So we want motivation will rise slightly. So we're going to go for that one. So the science says, I want to get this motivation up to here, because when you get it past here, you get a 30% increase in your work efficiency, which is super handy and much needed. Cookhouse got built so we can put 5 people in that, get the food processing. Food processes nice and quickly, which is really nice. And then the next thing we need to research here is food. We need to get the forager's quarters, so we're gonna start that, and it's very similar to the hunter's quarters. And then we can pass another law. So we could do both of these actually. I'm gonna go with the pleasure house first, because who doesn't love a pleasure house? We'll get that going. That'll make them super happy. And we can build the public house. So this does not have to be around your houses. So I'm actually just going to build that over here, because it doesn't really matter too much where you put it. And that I know of, could be wrong on that, but I'm still a newbie at this game. I've only played it just a little bit, and I've played this, like I said, I played this scenario a little bit, failed, then I familiarized myself with the base game, and failed at that too, because I'm terrible at this game. But I'm learning, I'm getting there. But there's a lot of nuances to it and a lot of little things that you have to worry about. So we're gonna max that out at 10, and we still have 20 some people. So let's get them gathering the coal. The other thing we could do is we could put a gathering hut thingy, the gathering post. We could just put that out here. That would cover both of those. So let's do that. And once again, we're gonna line that up with the street. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring the street out to here, and then that should allow me to line the gathering post with it. There we go. And you see here, that allows it to line up all the way. So we're just gonna snap that right there, just like that. Yeah, that looks good, and that'll allow them to gather coal for some time. I mean, there's 4,000 coal here because there's 2 huge piles, so we can just get them gathering from that. And the sawmill is in full force, so that means we're gonna keep up on wood production, which is nice. Why is it taking them so long to just gather the stupid steam cores? There's only 3 there, or 2 there now. Take a look at our building. So we have our tech, our health, our food, our resources, and the people stuff. Our next thing that I want to get going is the generator construction. So I want to start to do this, and I can start making the manufacturing profiles. We also want to do this as soon as possible. We're going to need 50 wood for that. Right now we're looking pretty good now, though. We got for some reason 65 hungry people. I'm not sure why, because the food has been processed. But that was another thing I was having an issue with constantly on this one. I don't know if I need more of these. Okay, they're starting to dwindle down now. I was having issues with hungry people even though I had food. I don't know, it was weird. Oh, we need the medical. I forgot my medical outpost. We definitely need that, or medical tent. I'm gonna put that right here. That's a good spot. I find that you have a few options here for the corpses. So in the base game, you can just throw them in the snow and preserve them and then later harvest their organs. And this one, you can actually like ship them back. So you put them in coffins and then you send them home. And then you can also do on-site burials where you got to build a cemetery. I'm going to do the ship them back. It costs a little wood each time somebody dies, but I mean, it's fine. We have plenty of wood around here. Let's see what we're gathering from here. Yeah, we got 285. All right, so now we can build our forager's quarters, and I think I'm just going to slap that down somewhere out here. Can we get it here without affecting any of the trees? Yeah, let's put it right there, and we will grab a little bit road, street there, whatever it is. We'll get that going. We got 58 of 88 people, so we can do a crew. So where you construct a beacon and you send people out, this is very similar to that, but you can go like hunt for food with these people. So that's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go here first. So far, so good. We have the people out there, they're doing their thing. We have, okay, so now we can click them and I can show you. So there was nothing here. They saw reindeer tracks, but they got nothing. So we're gonna move on and we're gonna go to the hunting grounds over here, because I'm pretty sure that's the one that has 80 or so-ish food per day. So we'll send them over there and then just kind of let our people do their thing a little bit till we get some resources built up here. Okay, and the docks have been researched, so we go over here. Now the docks are limited. They're also your imports for stuff. So you can see here we have one there, one there, and one there. So it's something else you have to manage very specifically and pay attention to, and you can only bring in one resource at a time. So if I put our docks down there, we'll get some people in on it and we'll get them going. We'll zoom in here and they will start in on construction, and then once it's done I will show you how the docks work. So we have our docks here, it got completed. So we can use our docks to select and import infinite coal, infinite wood, or infinite steel. It's whichever one of these we choose, and we can switch it up, but it does take some time to switch up. So I'm going to start off with this one with wood, I think, because that's something that we need a lot right now. So we'll do that, and then the next day they'll go there, and we have that maxed out with workers as well. Now they'll bring the stuff here and it will pile up here, and you still have to go collect it. And we've started our research to go down one level in the tech tree so that we can get the fishing harbor, because that's going to be another really good source of food. And I'll just place that up here, and that'll get us constant income of food, as well as our people here who are actually waiting on us. So we're going to tell them to explore, say I see, and then we're going to set up camp here. The camp will be working for 4 days, delivering 80 raw food every 1 day. And then it will be depleted and we'll have to move on to another location. So far, oh, we forgot to put workers here on the coal, so we can get coal here too. We have all this coal, that's why I'm going for the wood first here. Wood's is something we need a ton of. We also need steel, and we'll get going on that with our second docks. So we can go ahead and, oh, no, we can't. We need wood. So we're still, yeah, wood is like, you need so much wood. There's so much. It's just constant, tons and tons and tons of it. Okay, Telegraph Station, yep, we will build it. We will build it. That's what we use to bring in more people and steam cores on the boat, and I want to get to that point there, and I think we'll be at a good point to pretty much wrap it up. So then we go to our docks again, and we're going to slap the other one down right there like so. So now we're going to do the telegraph station, and that's here under our tech. So we grab that and we just place that down somewhere around here. Let's see where we can put it where we're not going to be interfering with resources. Right there is a decent spot, and then we will grab our street, drag it around like that, and there we go. So now I can start ordering more people. So you can pretty much order as many people as you want, but you also have to pay attention to what's going on, because if you order too many people, you'll just collapse your colony. And it's a timed thing, like things have to happen and time has to pass. And there's kind of like a, I guess it gives you a cooldown, so you can't just order people like crazy. This building got completed, so I can show you now. So here's our logistical limit. That's kind of like I was talking about, that gives you the cooldown. Everything that you pull in costs a specific amount. So I'm going to do this and get 20 more people, and then we just click order shipment, and there you go. So now we just wait, and when one of these ships comes in, you can see here we got a day, they will bring in more people. And as you can see down here, this has changed now, so we have to get to stage 1. So set up the shaft structure. We only have 16 days to complete that. One of the first things we have to do is do this, which we need the structural profiles for, and we can't complete that yet because we have to go over here. We actually have to research this, and then we can start making those. And our fishing harbor is complete, so let's see if we can build that. We can, so we will put that up there. We're also going to need workers for that as well. This thing here takes a ton of people, if I remember correctly, so we're going to need to import some people, but we need to get the infrastructure set up to be able to handle said people, and that's going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully we can make it in time. I don't know, we'll see what happens. But unfortunately, we have hit our wrap-up time for this episode. So this has been Frostpunk The Last Autumn DLC. It's really good. I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the base game when I played it too. Once again, it's my first experience with all this. The developers were kind enough to give me the key to it. I really enjoyed that, and I also really enjoyed this expansion. So if you're a big Frostpunk fan, something to consider checking out. It's definitely a new challenge, a lot of different things to manage. I really like that it's not just like a new map or something like that. Like they reworked and changed a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this that varies from the base game, and it's just really well done. This is a AAA studio bar none. I mean, I know they're technically kind of considered indie, but God, they put out some great work. If you're interested in it, the link for it will be in the description. If it goes to the Humble Store, it helps support the channel. If it doesn't, it doesn't. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you would like to join my elite crew of Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.